Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Divinely Transformed. My name is Lisa, and whether you're new or returning, I'm glad that you're here. Welcome to Capricorn's reading for the second half of May 2022. You can have Capricorn anywhere in your chart, and of course, cross watchers are always welcome. Before I get started with the reading, let me remind y'all that this is a general public reading, so some, none, or all of it may apply to your situation, so please just take what resonates and leave the rest. Also keep in mind that time is fluid and not linear, which means that for each individual person watching, that means this could have already happened, this could be happening right now, or this could happen in the future. And also keep in mind that we all have free will to change the outcome of any reading at any time for any reason. And then we get karma and blessings accordingly. So, I hope y'all are doing well. I am recovering from an arm injury from work over the weekend, and did a lot of sleeping Sunday and Monday. So hopefully I can get through 2 elements today. I'm hoping. So anyhow, whatever y'all are doing, I hope that you're getting through whatever y'all need to be getting through. So, I've already said my prayers and pre-shuffled off camera, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Holy Spirit, what's Capricorn and the cross watchers need to know? We got the Two of Air. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision. A stalemate. Pretending there is no problem. Nine of Cups. And it's about your wish come true. Your wish fulfillment here. You're pretending there's no problem about your wish fulfillment. Makes a lot of sense. Then we have the Six of Earth here. Your wish fulfillment is gifts of money, time, and effort. A new career opportunities, receiving a loan, or paying off debts. Really? The Empress in reverse. So this reading is channeling the Karmic Feminine. And normally I don't have anything in this deck being in the reverse, but it's in the reverse. It's staying in the reverse. The next card we have out is the King of Earth. At the bottom of the deck we have the Hermit. Virgo energy. It's this karmic's turn to spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, and self-discovery. It was in the reverse though. So this is like it's being imposed upon them by the universe. And they don't like it. The top of the deck is the Three of Wands. The Empress in reverse is so focused on abundance. And it isn't even theirs because it's abundance that didn't work for. Abundance that is gifts. Gifts of money, time, and effort. The Empress in the reverse, all they want is your money, time, and effort. And your abundance. And for things to look very good. These karmic feminines are planning their future. But Their future isn't turned out the way that they had hoped here. Because now, these karmics are going into isolation here. Against their will. I'm actually going to read the Empress and the Hermit out of the book. But just keep in mind that everything I'm reading is the opposite. Your creativity and hard work are bringing you great rewards, according to this card. This is like this person's delusion. Their creativity and hard work. And what their creativity and hard work is their manipulations, their deceptions, their black magic spell work. These karmics, they expect lavish abundance given to them on a silver platter for nothing. This person wants the sun, the moon, and the stars handed to them for nothing. Gifts of time, money, or support from the King of Earth. Someone who has Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in their chart. It doesn't have to be a sun sign. This could be anywhere. This could be like an earth sign, Mars, or anything. But they don't want to let go of this masculine here because they're generous, they're professional, responsible, practical. They've been a good husband and father to them. The Empress in reverse sees them as dollar signs. They're a successful person at a successful time. And they confidently accept opportunities that they're offered. They see the divine masculine here as, as someone who has the Midas touch. They can make anything happen. And that is exactly why this karmic loves them, and that is why this is this karmic's wish fulfillment. Because this king of pentacles here, this provider, this person provided gifts of money, time, and effort over giving. This karmic is definitely overly focused on the money of this King of Pentacles. They're the ones with the money. The Empress in the reverse wants the handout, all the while being unloving, unkind, unsupportive, unnurturing toward themselves and everyone else. And this is someone who, they have children together, but the Empress in reverse is extremely immature because it's all about them. They're very self-centered, manipulative, vindictive, egocentric. Because they're just a narcissist. And they expect this King of Earth to take care of them, to give them money, time, and effort just because they've had this divine masculine's children here. Showing up very much in Mars, Taurus, because Taurus and Aries are the two divine masculine signs, Taurus and Aries. So the King of Earth, so this is somebody who would have like a Mars and Taurus, or Taurus somewhere else in their chart. But it's there. The King of Pentacles is someone who goes to work every day. Perhaps they work a lot of overtime. They pay all the bills, make sure everything is provided for. That their family doesn't need or want for anything. And these karmics, they don't want to give that up. Two of Swords. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision about this relationship with this person that makes all of their wishes come true and all their concerns fade away. So these Empress in the reverse, they've been pretending that there's no problem when there's been problems. You know what? I'm actually being instructed to not even read what's in this book because it's in the reverse. So it's like, it's the exact opposite of what's in the book. Because this person doesn't know how to love. They don't know how to comfort, nurture, love anything or anyone. Themselves, their children. This Taurus Emperor. And they don't want to give that up. Why would they? They're getting everything they want. Right, Capricorn? Because right now, I'm channeling the codependency of the karmic feminine. The baby mama, the wife of this divine masculine. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so the Two of Air is clarified by the Ten of Cups reversed and Justice. So the King of Pentacles here, someone with Taurus anywhere in her chart. They're unhappy within this home and family. And they were unable and unwilling to make a decision because they were married, right? Justice is being brought to this. Divine Masculine is in the energy of justice right now because they're tired of being unhappy and they want to bring justice to that. Because for a long time, these divine masculines have been unable or unwilling to make a decision about what they wanted. What this King of Earth's wish fulfillment would be. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So the Empress in the reverse, this is their energy. The time has come for justice. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Empress in the reverse has been lying. Lying their ass off. I'm hearing to keep the King of Pentacles stuck with them. So, Karmic's lies are going to help them progress. Because the lies are being revealed here. And the scales of justice are being balanced out. And when that happens, the karmic is going to be left unhappy. But they only have themselves to thank for that. The bottom of the deck is the Magician in the reverse. It's for all of their lies, for all their manipulations, for all of their spell work. And at the top of the deck is the Six of Swords in reverse. These karmics kept these King of Pentacles under a perpetual return to me spell. Six of Swords in the reverse is return. So, they did a lot of black magic witchcraft upon y'all to keep you returning to them. But now that is being exposed. The truth about that is coming out. Because it's the time for all the things that are hidden to be exposed and come to the light with the help of the eclipse, the full moon in Scorpio, where all hidden things come to light. Justice and balance is being restored. The majors we have on the board is Libra, Sagittarius, Gemini, and Virgo. Please clarify the Nine of Cups for Capricorn and their cross watchers. Please and thank you. Yeah, Eight of Cups with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. This is leaving behind codependency. Leaving behind relying on others for your financial survival. You cannot do that anymore. Sorry, Karmic Feminine. But everybody has lessons to learn in their own time. And others have been learning their lessons. And now we're on the precipice in the beginning of the time where these karmic feminines or anybody that is karmic, period, doesn't matter, man or female, doesn't matter, but especially these ones that are the karmic spouses of these emperors here, karmic wives, just because thinking they pop out these babies of these emperors that, you know, their shit don't stink and they can do whatever they want. Well, they have, the only way you can truly love life is if you're not depending on someone else for your financial survival. And I cannot even believe that I'm saying that. But, because I know where I came from. And I came from this Nine of Pentacles in reverse energy for 40 years of my life. I was always dependent on somebody for my survival. Because I was really convinced that I needed someone else's help to get through life financially. But it was a false belief system. It was all because I had insecurities about work, about being a professional in the workplace, and I was tired of trying. Until one day, working was the only answer to get out of a situation. I was once so desperate to get out of a situation that I was so desperate to get into. And this is Nine of Pentacles in reverse, is that desperation energy. You really have to stop being desperate for anything. Now these karmics have to learn to ascend codependency, financial neediness, and part of this is like laziness. Yeah, because, you know, there was a time I didn't want to work. No, fuck no, I didn't want to. And it was mostly because, like, I had problems relating to other people in the workplace, and I had a lot of jobs, and I've actually been in a lot of different arenas in the workforce, and like I just couldn't find anything that was for me. I didn't feel like where I felt like where I belonged, and like, you know, obviously wasn't making enough, and you know, the people around me factored into it, you know, the people I was working with, what I was doing, if I was able to do it or not, if I, you know, had confidence in my abilities, if I was good at it or whatever. So, like, I get this. But it's that same desperation that wanted me to hang on to a situation is the same desperation that I had to get away from that person. And now I understand whenever I'm feeling that feeling of desperation, and I don't even feed into it anymore. Because if there's anything in my life that I have to feel so desperate to have to save it, then I have a real problem. I shouldn't have to be desperate to do anything. Especially not for financial stability. It's just all about doing it. Being in a position where you have to change, where you have to work, where you have to get over the issues that you were having about working and making money and paying your own bills. It's when the universe doesn't give you any other choice but having to do that. But in order for that to happen, this masculine's going to have to walk away from you for you to be in a situation where you're motivated to financially support yourself, Karmic Feminine. You've been collecting the spoils for far too long. Please clarify the Six of Pentacles. You got the King of Pentacles. Yeah. That's what I said. This is the King of Pentacles. This is the one that's been giving you gifts of money, time, and effort. They provided everything. You didn't have to do anything. But you took advantage of it. And it blew up in your face. And now, this King of Pentacles is not always going to be there for you to give you these gifts of time, money, or effort. He's not your miracle worker. But that's the only thing you love about him. That's the only reason why these karmics are in love with these emperors, is because of their provisioning. It's nothing else. It's because of their need, perceived need, for the financial stability and provisioning. Please clarify the Six of Pentacles for Capricorn and their cross watchers. And I'm really getting here that this is like an over obsessive focus that these karmics are focused on this person for this specific reason only, for what they have to offer. Six of Pentacles. Yeah. The Devil in reverse. This is a King of Pentacles who needs to turn their back on this extremely toxic, codependent, karmic spouse here. This is the King of Pentacles turning their back on the Devil, with the Devil being in the reverse. The King of Pentacles. This divine masculine is no longer able to be seduced by this karmic feminine energy here, who has only ever set out to seduce them. That's how this karmic even got this divine masculine in the first place. Seduced them to get them pregnant, and then they married them. I mean, it might not have happened quite like in that fashion, but those were just kind of like milestones. There was seduction, and there was black magic spell work done on these divine masculines against their will, without their knowledge or consent, prior to first communication with these karmics. Which means that many of these karmics, they plan this maliciously. And that's how a lot of these karmics were able to get these divine masculine providers in the first place. The Devil in reverse is it's the King of Pentacles. They're the ones getting healthy, cutting out addictions, cutting out the toxic patterns that they have when it comes to giving and receiving. All right, because in the past we had a divine masculine here who was obsessed with giving and receiving gifts of money, time, and effort. You know, obsessed with making life easy for this Empress. But now they're no longer obsessed with that. They're no longer obsessed with this Empress. And it is the King of Pentacles who is balancing that obsession. And they don't have an obsession with wanting to do everything for this Empress in the reverse anymore, to make life easy for them anymore. And now it's like, I think these divine masculines are coming into that knowing that they're tired of giving. They're tired of financially giving to you, karmic feminines, and it was their obsession with overgiving, because they were, for whatever reason, they were conditioned and used to not getting anything back in return. And once they healed this about them, they had a brand new perspective. and they saw all the usury that this karmic feminine was putting them under, using them for their money. Please clarify the Three of Wands. For Capricorn and their cross watchers, please and thank you, Holy Spirit. Please clarify the Three of Wands. Got the King of Swords. Strength in the reverse. Tower and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. All right. So this is what I'm getting. Three of Wands is planning for the future. This is like the universe planning for the future. There's a tower coming up here. This could have already happened. Past, present, or future timing on this tower here. But there is abundance that's coming in, and there's money coming in for the King of Swords here. But the Ace of Pentacles is in the reverse. That's the Tower moment. When this money, this abundant money comes in, like if, say like they get a raise, maybe this masculine is hiding money, has been hiding money, and this Empress in reverse is finding out about it. But there's something to do with not giving this karmic any more money, whether it's hiding money or just not giving them any more money. And there's like an influx in money that has come in to this King of Pentacles here. So abundance comes in, and then the King of Pentacles turns into the King of Swords. And all of a sudden, very unexpectedly, very shockingly to the karmic, they're not giving those gifts of money, time, or effort to the karmic anymore, and they're taking it back here. And it's because of disloyalty. Strength in the reverse. Somebody who's been disloyal to the connection here, and this King of Swords here it's the masculine energy that is victorious here. They're in the upright. King of Swords, King of Earth. They're in the upright, so they're honest, they're in their truth, they're in their authenticity here. And they don't want to give any more money anymore. They're tired of supporting this karmic here. And that's going to be shocking surprising upheaval for the Empress in the reverse. And the Empress in the reverse is showing up as strength in the reverse, because the Empress in the reverse, you know, they're very disloyal, and they're very much focused on the past, and they're very much a person who holds grudges. They can't control their emotions. They can't control their anger. They can't control their sexual energy. And we have the Hierophant. This Empress in the reverse, they want forgiveness for their sexual transgressions outside of the marriage. But yeah, the Empress in the reverse wants to hold on to it, and the masculine is releasing themselves from the marriage. Hierophant is marriage and belief system. It's like the Empress in the reverse was the one that was disloyal to the marriage. They're the ones that couldn't control their sexual energy. And perhaps this divine masculine's finding out. And that's why they're like, well, you couldn't be loyal to the marriage, so I don't really want to provide for you anymore. You don't deserve it. You don't make me feel like you love or care about me or the children. You're constantly using the children against me. Oh, I'm channeling full on directly. And this is the Empress in reverse. You know, they make all these promises and they don't keep them at all. And it's because they don't love themselves. They don't know how to care for themselves or their children, because they were never nurtured or cared for themselves. So they're restless. They're very disloyal. They're very much in a victim mentality. Everything in it is everyone else's fault. They blame everyone else for the fact that they can't control their own emotions and their sexual energy. They don't take responsibility for themselves, their actions, their behaviors. Please clarify the Hermit in reverse. So we've got majors on the board so far. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Libra, Leo, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius. Clarifying the Hermit reverse is the Seven of Swords in the upright and the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Well, the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse is a lack of good investment within the marriage here, because of lying, theft, deception, and trickery here. So because the Empress in reverse was so busy lying and conning, this divine masculine, this King of Pentacles here, is turning into the King of Swords on their ass soon. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse, this is more about the failure to reevaluate the mistakes of their life. And then lying and saying that, oh, there's no problems here. Pretending that there's no problem, right? But this is like a failure to look back at the mistake of the past, and a failure to understand why you spent so much time deceiving in this marriage. And for a lot of you, these marriages could have lasted 7 years. Or anywhere from 7 to 10 years. Here's a 77 here. 7 of Swords, 7 Pentacles. One's in the upright, one's in the reverse. This is mirroring energy. So the more the Empress in the reverse was in this lying, theft, deception, and trickery energy, the more that the King of Pentacles was backing out, like investing in the relationship less and less. And this was happening on an energetic level. So this is the universe balancing karma out here. And for every time these Empress in the reverse did something, said something that promoted lying, theft, deception, and trickery, energetically, that energy bounced onto the divine masculines here, making them energetically detach more and more to get them to financially detach. And now this Empress in the reverse is feeling like they're in this Hermit in reverse energy, which means that they're lonely and they're going through a spiritual lesson here, and it is imposed upon them by the universe. Well, the universe wants the karmic feminines to know, yes, this is your karmic lesson coming back on your ass now. You didn't want you rejected the spiritual teaching, karmic feminines. You rejected spiritual ascension. So now you're paying the piper for all of your theft and your conning energy, that everything that you've ever done is coming back to bite you now, karmic feminine. Because you refuse to take a real look at yourself, to be honest with yourself, because you didn't like what you saw. So 7 of Swords is all about lying to yourself first. And you have to lie to yourself before you can lie to other people here. But you were pretending that you were all in and all invested in this marriage, and you weren't. You were everything but. And now it is for these reasons that these karmic feminines are about to be in the Hermit in reverse energy, isolated against their will, learning a spiritual lesson very harshly. Please clarify the King of Pentacles. Page of Cups reverse and the Sun. So the King of Pentacles, they're very much illuminated on the fact that the Empress in the reverse is very childish and manipulative, and they refuse to apologize, and whenever they do, they're just not honest about it. And the King of Pentacles knows they got played. They've learned, this is their karmic lesson that the King of Pentacles needed to learn. That they couldn't just take care of someone just for the sake of taking care of them, just because they had a child with them. Yeah. 7 of Wands. King of Pentacles is standing up and defending themselves against the immaturity, against the emotional manipulation of this karmic here. Standing up for themselves and liberating themselves from this karmic here. Two of Wands. They made a choice to move, made a good choice to liberate themselves and walk away from this karmic, to walk out of the darkness and towards the light here, towards the sun here. Because, yeah, 6 of Pentacles. That's where the Emperor wants to give to the Sun, to this divine counterpart that has Leo in their chart. And high placements. Walking away from one very weak-willed, very mad, very insecure Leo, to another Leo who is very confident, very self-assured, very much a leader, very much happy and illuminating and bright and happy. Yeah, that's the Queen of Pentacles. That's the real Queen of Pentacles. They have Taurus and Leo in their chart. They're very focused on their home, their family, their career, their finances. And this is someone that is very beautiful and very noticeable here. Yeah, and they're standing up to this karmic. They're releasing their burdens. They're making a good decision to go towards their divine counterpart here. And I know I'm not seeing the Empress and the upright and the Emperor and the upright, but this is my Taurus Libras. I'm sorry, this is my Taurus Empresses and Taurus Emperors. Having the Taurus aspect in your chart is very important because of the timing. The Taurus Scorpio is here. So perhaps the full moon is whenever these masculines have told these karmic spouses that they no longer wanted to just hand them money anymore. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse is not giving them money anymore, wanting a divorce, wanting to take away the commitment here, because they're going from the King of Pentacles to the King of Swords. King of Swords, this is someone who's creating boundaries here. They want victory. They don't want to give these karmics any more money. That's going to be a very shocking, surprising upheaval to the karmics. And that could have happened at the full moon here with this tower here. But it doesn't necessarily have to have only been limited to that day, because it could be any time this week that this could be happening. That these masculines are going to be defending themselves against these karmics. And they're going to be aligning themselves and attracting themselves to their divine counterpart, so they can generate those pentacles together and, you know, hope and plan for the future together. Please clarify the Two of Swords for Capricorn and their cross watchers. Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. Two of Swords. The Emperor and the Six of Cups reversed. Yeah. Remember I said in the beginning? It was like the Karmics made a choice and the Emperors made a choice. Or they were unwilling to make a decision here. And these Emperors, they had unhealed childhood wounds that were keeping them in this stagnant energy, unwilling to make a decision and pretending there's no problem here. This could have this was definitely about their kids here. Their kids kept them, they're anchored to unhappiness. And they didn't want to be in it, and they weren't following their intuition, and they stayed stuck in it here. And these Karmics, they made conscious decisions to lie and manipulate and do the most to not give up their wish come true of having these Emperors give them everything they want and, wait on them hand and foot. So, when these Emperors, whenever they heal these childhood wounds and they start breaking the family curses that their family has always operated under, which is staying in loveless marriages to take care, it's for the children. I'm pretending that there's no problem because I have kids with this person. So I'm just going to pretend like there's no problem here. Right? That's something that these Emperors are learning here. Please clarify this Emperor with the Six of Cups reversed. What has been that final outcome? Yeah. Tower in reverse. Time has come for this to be healed. Because the bottom is King of Pentacles and the top of the deck is the Three of Swords. Being the provider is breaking your heart, Emperors. It's time for a change. It's time to stop dragging your feet and refusing this change. It's time to get yourself unstuck from this very unhappy situation and release yourself from it. And tell the truth. King of Swords. About what you want. You don't want to be married anymore. You don't want to continue being the provider anymore. You don't want to continue to be used for your money anymore. So whenever you can heal that feeling of not being good enough, not feeling good enough to walk away from this karmic feminine who has done nothing but use you the entire time. When you heal that, that's when you turn into the Emperor. when you stand up for yourself. Because for so long, you let these karmics get away with so much. You let them do whatever they wanted, and you swept it under the rug. You didn't say anything. Things weren't right, but you just pretended like there wasn't a problem. But there was lots of problems. Staying in a loveless and unhappy marriage just for children is a huge problem. Because that promotes two parents that fight, have resentment for one another. Hurts the children. So when the Emperor learns, it was my belief system that was keeping me trapped. It was the pressure from my family, my friends, the way that they've always done it. You know, and the way that they've always done it is stay together for the kids. Because provide for the kids. It's toxic. Because sometimes you can have children with the wrong fucking person. And your heart can belong to someone else. And you choose stability over true love. And in order to be in the true Emperor and Empress energy, this is all about being unafraid to be yourself, to be honest, to be who you truly are, to be in service to others, to be kind and generous and loving and compassionate, but also being able to stand up for yourselves and make tough decisions for yourselves. People aren't treating you right. It's time to put the fear of God in you. It's time to say goodbye to the past, because the past is just chaining you down. The past is lying to you. The past is this karmic that's breaking your heart. Their wish fulfillment is your heartbreak. Why would you possibly want to stay? So we got the moon in reverse with the Two of Wands. So that's bringing all your fears, your secrets, everything that's hidden. Lies, illusions, fears, everything, make it come to the surface. That's the right path to take. Keeping shit hidden, that's not the right path. That's when you start betraying yourself. When you can really take a look at yourself and see everything that, everything that makes you afraid, all the secrets and the lies and the illusions, taking a really good look at that and doing that shadow work. Getting to the root of why it is that you do things here. Why it is that someone's very codependent and very insecure about working and making money here. And then we have the Ten of Cups with the Three of Wands. When you can do that shadow work, you can look forward for happiness in your future. But until then, you can't let your Your fears dictate your choices here. That's what this is, making good choices despite the fears that you feel here. This is really pushing past the illusions. When you can do that, true happiness can come in the future. But this is about facing everything that makes you afraid. Karmic. Now it's time for you to face your fears, because your fears are all coming to you. Just for you to examine them, process them, and release them. So you can plan responsibly for the future, to be happy within and content within your home and family, and prosperous here, and abundant here. But Karmics, as long as you're making all of your decisions based on fear, this will never be your outcome. And that's the karmic lesson y'all need to learn. How to stop blocking your own happiness. Please clarify the Six of Pentacles for Capricorn and the cross watchers. Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. Yeah. The King of Pentacles is now showing up as Three of Swords, King of Cups, and the Empress. The provider has broken their own heart for money, for children, for 3D tangible shit. Because we have the Three of Swords with the King of Cups. They broke their own heart because the Emperor is deeply in love with their divine counterpart. And they turn their back on their divine counterpart to continue to provide for these toxic karmic feminines. And now they want to take that back. Because they're devastated. And now many of these emperors are returning to their divine counterparts, realizing that they were pretending that there was no problem when there was an absolute problem, because they didn't want to turn their back on the past because of children. Whenever they chose that, they left their empress, their divine counterpart, out in the cold. They ignored them. And it broke their own heart to stay where they were. Please clarify the Three of Wands. We have the Emperor and the Empress. Three of Wands with the World, the Knight of Pentacles reversed, the Seven of Pentacles reversed, and the Five of Cups. Yeah, the masculine energy, they're wrapping up these karmic cycles. They're getting themselves unstuck and unstagnant here with the Knight of Pentacles here. And they no longer want to invest. That's what this Ace of Pentacles in the reversed. This is a divorce here. And the karmic is very sad about it. There's a lot of sadness, guilt, regret, remorse, shame. But these emperors won out. They can't take the weight of the heartbreak that they're feeling for choosing the wrong path in life. Please clarify the Empress in the reverse. Because sometimes the best choices that you need to be making are the very choices you're afraid of making. The Empress in the reverse, Page of Wands in the reverse, so that's their bad news. Wheel of Fortune. Empress in reverse. Page of Wands reverse with the Wheel of Fortune. Thank you. Chariot, yeah. Masculines. The wheel of Fortune has turned. Not in the favor of the karmic feminine. These masculines are moving on, moving forward, moving out, moving away. Victory and success here. They're freeing themselves here. Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck here. And these karmic feminines are going to be watching, stalking, spying, and observing these divine masculines after they free themselves. Are going to be wanting to look for them after they release themselves here. But it's like I can just feel like that desire for liberation and freedom here from these divine masculines that are going to be following their heart to their divine counterpart here, to stop ignoring their emotions and ignoring their intuition about what they need to be doing with their divine counterpart. I'll go through all the majors when I'm done. So clarifying the Hermit in reverse, we got the Queen of Swords in the upright. Clarified the Hermit in reverse, please and thank you, Holy Spirit. Okay. So yeah, this Queen of Swords, this karmic is going to be reaching out with some communication here. I don't know why it's in the upright, because okay. It's in the upright because this masculine energy is creating boundaries with toxicity, codependency, addictions, especially this karmic person. Because the Queen of Swords is all about having boundaries, the King and the Queen of Swords here. King and the Queen of Swords is both in the upright here. This could be another feminine energy, or this could be this divine masculine and this creating boundaries energy, cutting the cords of codependency and addictions and toxicity. by speaking the truth here with the Ace of Swords in the upright. A lot of honest back and forth communication here. This karmic's going to want to come out of the cold. They're going to want to stop feeling ignored here, because they want that. They want to come out of poverty here. But the Ace of Cups is still in the reverse here. So this is saying that this is still financially motivated. That whatever truth this is here, that this karmic feminine is going to reach out to the Emperor later after they've left. It's going to be about conditional love. I mean, there's no love in this, and it's all about coming out of poverty. And really, they just want the big happy family back together again. But really, was it ever happy? I mean, it hasn't been happy for quite some time here, because the karmic energy at the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Cups in the reverse. At the top of the deck is the Six of Wands, because they want energy. They're in their pride. They're in their ego. They want all this attention, and they're not in a loving energy. This is like someone who is using logic and manipulation of the truth. It's emotional manipulation of facts. And that's where this karmic feminine is going to try to get you. Whatever they're saying is going to be honest. It's going to be the truth. It's going to be factual. But it's going to be very unloving, very unnurturing, and just, it's not kind at all. And it's because they want those gifts of money, time, and effort, and that attention back on them and their stability. But these karmics are still coming in the same energy. They want to come out of poverty, and they're not loving or nurturing or kind here. They're just planning their return, like a cancer or something, like a disease. Yeah. Six of Swords in reverse. They're planning their return already. And at the bottom of the deck is Justice in the reverse, and it's justice in the reverse every time they return, because it's always going to be a loss to deal with these karmics. So when you leave them behind, just leave them behind forever, because they lost. And they feel like, oh, this is very unfair here. But it is, like, not unfair at all. This is exactly what they've sown here. This Five of Swords energy, they wanted to win at all costs. That energy has backfired on these karmics. They did everything, but so that was extremely unfair in this situation, which include lying, theft, deception, manipulation, black magic, spell work, and now karma has come back for these karmics. Please clarify the King of Pentacles. We got the Two of Cups in the reverse and the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Got the Hanged Man in the reverse and the King of Wands in the reverse. And then underneath that is the Eight of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. So there's no love left in this situation. It's mutual. So that the Emperor in the upright and an Empress in the reverse. This is two people who don't love each other mutually, and there is no nurturing or loving communication between the two of them. And we have the King and the Queen of Pentacles both in the upright, along with the Emperor and the Empress here. So this is like energetic spell work, interference, manipulation from the Karmic. And what was the cost? There was no love in their relationship. And it kept the Emperor away from love, period. Mutual love. And it has helped the King of Pentacles see things from a different perspective on why they couldn't see that the plans that they were making for their future were not stable. Because these emperors had once believed that they made the right choice by rejecting love for staying in these karmic marriages for children and finances here. And now that these emperors are very much in regret that they rejected love and they never revealed their feelings. And now these King of Pentacles, they're walking away towards their Queen of Pentacles. They're walking away from the Empress in the reverse, who squanders and takes away from them and lies and steals and manipulates and cons and tricks this person. And they're leaving that person to go towards their divine counterpart, the Empress, Queen of Pentacles. Holy Spirit, what are the energies for Capricorn and their cross watchers? Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. And it only makes sense, you know, that the King and Queen of Pentacles belong together. The Emperor and the Empress, they belong together. You know, people put people with people sometimes. And sometimes it's just not the right person to be with. Yeah, this Karmic did nothing but seduce these emperors into the marriage, and they created the third-party interference between the Emperor and the Empress here. Holy Spirit, what are the other energies for Capricorn and their cross watchers? Well, have faith, love is coming. There is a surprise invitation or meeting. There might be a little bit of hesitation. These emperors, they're really feeling hesitant, but Cupid's arrow is coming for the empresses here. Camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. Kisses, unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection and falling in love. They want to make memories with you because these emperors have learned from the past here. They've learned that unconditional love is what they should have chose. And now they want to show you all and they want to give you and show you all of the love that they withheld from you because they thought it was the right thing to do because they were married here. We got cassette, outdated thinking and conditioning, replaying events over in your head. That's that karmic energy. That they're definitely that third party interference. They had that outdated thinking and conditioning, and they replayed events over and over and over and over and over in their head. And they constantly made all kinds of bad choices here. And then we got girl talk and ascending. These emperors are spending time with their friends. They're moving on. They're happily single. They're living in the moment. They're having fun. And they're ascending as well. Transcending obstacles, learning expansion. They're, there's a new phase coming and they're preparing for union. So these emperors are creating their own justice for themselves. And for a lot of them, these emperors have found some kind of proof. Some kind of digital proof. Some kind of video or audio proof of a hookup, of infidelity. So that could be shit. So these emperors have found some kind of 3D tangible proof about infidelity from the karmic feminine. And it's something the karmic feminine has been lying about for some time that these emperors haven't had proof of. And now they finally have their proof. And now these emperors are walking away from these karmic feminines because these karmic feminines had a long time to tell the truth and they did not. They did this by choice, on purpose. It was done out of maliciousness because they wanted to win at all costs. And it's going to cost these karmic feminines their marriages. So 100%, that's what's up. What do we need to focus on for healing for Capricorn and their cross watchers for the end of May 2022? Expect a miracle. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for your miraculous intervention and healing energy, which has restored the health of the connection between the Emperor and the Empress. This is miracle union, fresh air and recovery. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me breathe easier in all ways. There's something about deep breathing and being outside in the fresh air that is really going to help these emperors tap into that energy that they need to be in. To recover. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for holding my hand throughout my recovery upon the path of radiant health. Yeah, these emperors are definitely needing a period of recovery, improving health, and meditation. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for your comforting reassurance about this situation. And meditation. Dear Archangel Raphael, please meditate with me and guide my hand and body. Guide my mind and body to focus upon peace, health, and wellness. Emperors, the only thing that you should be focused on throughout anything, whatever is happening, whatever the secrets are coming to the light, whatever's coming to the surface here, whatever has exposed these karmics, emperors, just focus upon peace, health, and wellness as you're moving away from this person. And remember that prayer works. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for hearing and answering my prayer of whatever the details are of your prayer. So There's a lot here about praying and meditating and getting out in the fresh air and working on your health and wellness here, because miracles are happening around these times for all of those who are in divine energy. Someone who has really reaped a lot of really good karma. Chosen ones who are waiting for their destinies to unfold and unravel. It's time to expect that miracle. That miracle is coming here. Or it's here, or it's happening. And it's all because of the energies of this last eclipse that we had. There's a whole lot of shaking about to be going on, if it isn't already. And these emperors are waking up to the fact that these karmics have done the most to keep them blocked, trapped, stuck, enslaved. All the while keeping them distracted with sex, with their hand out. And all the while treating them like shit. So. The final guidance for Capricorn and the cross watchers is thorough as. It means struggle and conflict. So these karmics, they're going to create a lot of struggles and conflict here, because they're not going to want their gravy train to pass them by here. The rune is associated with struggle and the dangers involved in completing a challenge. Thor, the god of thunder and divine warrior, kills the poisonous serpent, and to do so, he needs all of his courage. He does not fear pain or being bitten. You must take risks in order to win. And since the outcome is not clear until the end, you must accept this truth and banish fear. It's time to face your wild side. Wow. These karmics, they faced their wild side, and they chose this hateful, malicious, manipulative, wanting to win at all costs energy, and now it's backfired on their asses. Let's focus our attention on how we react to change. Do we have the courage to get to the bottom of situations? Well, karmics, that's been a lot of the problem here. Somebody in this situation, whether it was the Empress in the reverse or it was the Emperor, there's been a lack of reaction to change here, and the lack of courage to get to the bottom of situations here. There's a new struggle and a new conflict coming up, a new Tower moment. Tower's here twice. Do we prefer to close our eyes when facing inconvenient truths? Well, that's what these divine masculines did in the beginning, and now they've learned their lesson, and they want to make a different decision here. And now these karmic feminines are wanting to close their eyes when they're faced with the inconvenient truth that their husband wants a divorce, after everything that they have tried to do to manipulate them into keeping them stuck and trapped in this marriage here. The new inconvenient truth is these emperors want a divorce. And now these karmics are going to close their eyes to their part in stuff. They're not going to be honest about their wants, their desires, and everything, because these karmics are in fear of having too strong a reaction. And what are they going to say? I want you to stay because I need you to take care of me. I mean, what a shitty thing to do, say, expect, whatever. The rune instills courage and clarity of thought each time we must face risk and potential danger. Wow. There's always like a moment where we have like to make a choice. And if you're making a choice, a bad choice out of desperation and clinginess and neediness, it comes back to bite you in the ass later. It really does. But this is a karmic energy that now they're trying to ignore themselves to keep this shit together. And these emperors just aren't having it. And rightly so. So these emperors, they've learned the lesson in not following their heart, not making decisions from their heart. Choosing money and obligations and responsibilities get you. I mean, you can still take care of your obligations and responsibilities, but you don't have to do it from this karmic household. And that's the new perspective that these emperors are now getting. Hey, there's the magic of divorce. I'm heartbroken. I can't take this shit no more. Nothing's growing or expanding, and it isn't growing or expanding because it's not meant to grow or expand where you're at. Everything will grow and expand when you walk away from this karmic. And it will grow and expand beyond your wildest dreams, especially monetarily, because we have the King and the Queen of fucking Pentacles here. Because this is two people that's going to be working very hard for that money. Not just one. It's the Emperor and the Empress and the King and the Queen of Pentacles are going to help each other build their empire. And it's not anything like this karmic energy who sits back and wants to be taken care of and wanting to, have everything given and provided to them for nothing. It's wasting this emperor's money, their time, their energy. And it is also serving as a major distraction for these emperors because they're not in their mission with these karmics. Because this abundance happens whenever these emperor and these empresses get into their mission together. To help others, to serve others. Their divine mission. That's when the abundance comes. So, that's what I have for y'all for the rest of this month. Thank y'all for supporting my channel in all the ways that you do. I appreciate y'all so much. And just remember, when things get rough, meditate, pray, go outside, take a deep breath, do what you know you must. Do what needs to be done, because this is the window of opportunity of divine intervention. And God's pulling out a miracle here. Are you going to take it, Emperor? Because staying stuck in this situation has proven to you just how much you can't take it anymore. And that you need a reprieve. But it's only by your inspired actions that are going to get you out of it. Are you going to follow your intuitions now, Emperor? Are you going to follow your destiny now? Now that you have all the facts you need. You going to move on? You going to ascend? You going to go into sacred union, divine mission, and partnership? Or are you going to stay stuck in hell? Choice is yours. And these karmics are definitely putting you through hell because that is what they were contracted to do by the devil to do. So, I hope you all have a great rest of your month, and I'll be talking to y'all soon.